Can you see my presentation or?
Yes, we can see it now.
Yes.
So for the second presentation of this afternoon, we are happy to receive Professor Saad Maruf from ETS Engineering School in for the presentation. I would like to introduce you quickly. Okay, so Professor Maruf got a PhD degree from McGill University in 1988, and in 1987 he's professor of electrical engineering at ETS school in Canada. His research interests include nonlinear control and optimization applied to robotics, power systems, and flight control systems. So, thank you, Professor Maruf, to accept to be with us for this presentation. We will have about 45 minutes that your work, and then we'll have some questions and discussion with students.
Thank you, Professor Hamida.
Yeah, just before starting, Mohamed, I would like to say some words to Professor Maruf. So I'm Malik Ghane speaking.
Good morning, Professor Malik.
Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon for you, but it's
yeah, exactly. yeah. So thank you very much for coming today to give us a talk and to participate to this winter school. As you know, for the students, ETS Montreal, represented by Professor Maruf, is one of the associate academic partner of the master. So they support the master by giving the talk today on the winter tour, and also by supervising some internships. I think you have one this year between L'Aquila.
Yes.
Yeah, and you. You have also some connections with Sinesta, but not directly. Yeah, by the way of L'Aquila.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's very important to mention this because our associate academic partners are very important, involving in this master. So for our students, they have also opportunities from our associate partners to collaborate, to share knowledge about e-mobility. So now you can start, and thank you again.
Thank you very much, Professor Malik, for your presentation. That's really my pleasure to participate. Actually, we will receive two students, as I understood from Professor Stefano. So the two are in process for the admission at ETS, and hopefully very, very soon we will receive the students here. So actually what you asked me is to give some general talk about the university. So you will not find the really technical issues, but if you want to discuss, to ask some questions, that's my pleasure to answer. So ETS, École Technologie Supérieure, is located in Montreal. So let's, before go to show you where is exactly in Canada. So Quebec is really in the east of Canada, and you have here all the map of Canada. So this Quebec, the province of Quebec, is quite wide as area, and the population almost let's say 8.5 million. That's in 2019 here. So the province of Quebec has a capital, is Quebec City, and here I show you a little bit the European style of Quebec. So we are really in Quebec here in Canada, a mix between Europe and America. So that's, you can find nice places, very, very old. And this is Chateau Frontenac, really the center of Quebec City, the old Quebec. And we are, ETS is not in Quebec, but it is in Montreal, and it is a part of University of Quebec, sorry. Quebec University is a network of 10 different universities. And you know, the idea of Quebec University, it was founded in 68. The government wants to give the knowledge in all the area of the province. So you saw that the province is very wide. So you can find really from the north to the east and to the south. So we are here in the south of the province, and we are 2 universities, UQAM and ETS. And we are all part of the network of the University of Quebec. As you can see, really this is the French university here in the province, and it is one of the biggest universities if we can take all these together. So for sure, that's when I'm talking about French programs, that's mainly for the undergrad. For the graduate studies, it's not a problem to do it in English or in French. So ETS, so it is in Montreal, as I mentioned, and Montreal really is very, very nice city. You know, this is an island, and you have here the mountain Mont Royal, you have the heart of the city, and you have Saint Laurent River. So it is very, very nice area. Well, I'm showing you something in summer, but in winter is very nice also, as we are now in February with a lot of snow around us. But this year was very cold, but it's not a problem. This is okay. So ETS is really located in the heart of the city of Montreal. So you can see here all the facilities. Here we have the residence. Here we have some parts of the buildings where we have some classes or the classrooms. We have also here in this part all the labs. So you can see really that we are very, very close to the city. So if some students live in the residence, you know, that's 10 minutes walking and you are in the main streets in the downtown city. So ETS has a mission to provide university level instruction and to conduct research in the fields of light engineering. And really, the applied engineering is very important. You will see later that we are very, very close to industry and all the technological development in the province. So that's really the research in the field of applied engineering and technology with a view to ensuring the technological and economic development of the province of Quebec. And this is really the mission of ETS. So in keeping with this mission and working in conjunction with the industry, the school specifically orients its activity toward cooperative education. And really this is a key word for our undergrad students, the cooperative program. So that's you alternate study and work. And you will see that we have a lot of benefits for the students doing this cooperative program. For the graduate studies, mainly for the master programs, that we can do also this kind of practices or internship in the industry. So this is give us the color of applied research, and for sure when we are working with the industry, so that means you have technology transfer too. ETS, just some numbers to show you a little bit what it is ETS. So this is an engineering school only. Okay, we don't have any other program, only engineering programs. So engineering and research training known for its practical and innovative approach. And when I talk practical, really, you will see later that we are working mainly with, well, for the research funding is coming almost 60 to 70% is coming from industry. That's really a big part of the funding for the research. So it is a leadership school in Canada, a leader school in Canada recognized for its applied training. It is the biggest, the first in Quebec in engineering, and the second in Canada for the number of undergrad students in engineering. And we have a lot of, research chairs, centers, labs, etc. for the research. So ETS, it is more than 11,000 students in the three levels, undergrad, master, and PhD. We have, as I talked earlier about the cooperative program here, that's alternating studies in the university and in industry. So you can see that we have almost 4,000 internships every year. That's we have almost 30% working full-time to organize these internships. And we have more than 1,000 companies working to receive these students. And until now, we have, let's say, it's not the last number, but we have almost 28,000 graduates. While we are 260 full-time professors and researchers together, and we have almost 400 lecturers as part-time professor here. ETS is also 750 employees. That's make almost 1,000 employees full-time at ETS. And the workforce grown by 38% since 2010. That means that we are really young university and still in very good expansion. As we mentioned earlier, we are part of the University of Quebec. So this is a network of 10 universities, but we are only specialized in engineering. For example, UQAM, the other university in Montreal for University of Quebec, has all the other programs, but they don't have engineering. And 60% year of research activities are carried out in collaboration with industry. That's mean really we have all the support from industry, and you will see that ETS put some also support to the professor and to the industry to work together. I will show something later on this issue. So what we have as program, we have seven undergraduate levels, undergraduate programs, and we organized in 5 departments. So electrical engineering. So we have power and industrial control. Well, myself, I'm in this part, in the part of industrial control, information technology, embedded systems for the aerospace, healthcare technologies, information and telecommunication technology. We have mechanical engineering with many options also. Software engineering and information technology engineering, there's 2 programs in the same department. The department, as I said, 7 programs, but 5 departments. So 2 departments have 2 different programs. So for example, for the software engineering also, we have information system, embedded software system, and interactive media, etc. The other two departments, this is a construction engineering. This is similar to civil engineering in the conventional or classical universities. But here we call it construction because we have some management of the buildings also in this program. So buildings, environment, infrastructure, etc. And we have the last department with 2 programs, automated manufacturing engineering. This is mixed, let's say, between mechanical, industrial, and electrical engineering. So this is manufacturing engineering here. And we have also operation and logistic engineering in the same department. So here, what I mentioned for the internship in the industry, we have 3 mandatory, that's really mandatory for all the students. We have let's say each year one internship, and this is 4 to 8 months internship. So students can't continue, let's say if you have to do this first internship, we can't continue if it's not, student will be blocked. So that's why we have a lot of people working to organize and to find the internship for students. I will give some details later on this. So the programs are applied orientation. So as you can see here, 100% of the courses include practical laboratories. Really, every course from the program, for sure the mathematical, complementary economics and all other courses are given outside the departments. But when we arrive to the department, 100% of the courses should have the laboratory and the practical part. The students here also, I thought it's good to mention it, you know, we don't have classes with 100 or 200 students. Maximum we have, let's say that's the average here. We have an average of 32 students in the courses, the theoretical part, and in the laboratories we have 20 to 23 as average. So you can see this really, the coaching here is very close between professors and students. That means the learning is more directed in this case. In the case you find more than 50 students in the class, it will be a little bit hard to have this close contact between professor and student. For sure, as I mentioned, we have other courses, mathematics, physics, etc., are taught by qualified lecturers, and this is a department different from the department I mentioned earlier. For the master programs, we have also a bunch of these programs. Can be research programs, as here it's MSc. It can be a research program, or it can be courses-based program as MENG here. So both options exist. Usually the second option, MSCA, Master in Applied Science, if you want to do your PhD, or if students prefer to go to the research part, they will be more prepared if they want to go for the PhD level later. And as mentioned here, for the master's and the PhD, the language is not an issue, can be done in French or in English. We have a lot of people coming from English countries, and it is not a problem. Actually, for the graduate studies, we have, I guess, half coming, 50% coming, around 50% coming from outside Canada. And you have an idea about all the different programs you have: aerospace, construction, electrical, energy, project management, software, mechanic, operation, logistic. All these programs really are in the master, at the master level. For the doctor, PhD level, we have only one program, that's PhD in engineering, but for sure, according to your thesis research, that means you can go for aerospace, transport, for vehicle, electrical vehicle, for example, and all other stuff related to transportation, energy, etc. So for sure, the color of your research is related to your PhD and your supervisor expertise. We mentioned this a little bit earlier, just to recall that the training focus really on practical approach, and all 100% of these activities are really hand-on. And professor and lecturer have experience in industry. And this is really a big issue for us to hire professors, because we ask this experience, industrial experience. So sometimes it is a little bit difficult to find a professor with industrial experience. Some of the young professors hired, they are sent back to industry for 1 year after they are hired, and they come back to ETS. And this is really important because our students are coming 100% from the technical profile. So let's say we have Polytechnique, McGill, Concordia University around us, and the students can go to the engineering program based on just the general program in the college. That's mean a 2 years program. However, for ETS, the technical program is longer, that's 3 years, and all the students are coming from this profile. If some students are coming, we have a specific program for the students coming from the general profile, and they should do 1 year more in ETS. That's why the industrial profile is really important. And this is practical for the interaction with the students. So let's go back a little bit to what I mentioned for that mandatory cooperative education for the 3 internship. So almost for each year, let's say we have one. Actually, it's based on the number of credits. For example, the first internship should be done between 12 and 46 credits. That means students start at 12 credits to search for his practice, for his internship. And he has up to 46 credits. If he arrives at 46 credits and the internship is not done, he will be blocked. Well, we don't have too much student blocked at this level because we have a lot of people working to find this internship. So that's the idea here. We have 1, 2, 3, and this is usually the third is done the last year before the graduation. So here, since they have a technical profile, they can work as a technician for the first internship. But for the third, they are working as engineering. And we have almost half of the graduates, only 50%, continue to work in the same industry. They did one of these internships. That's good. Before finishing their study, 50% has already a work, so a job. So that means it's easy for the graduate from ETS to find a job once they finish. And each internship is a full-time position for 4 to 8 months. Actually, it is 4 months, but one can go to 8. Okay, so and you can see here these internships are paid internship, and student can make a lot of money. Let's say if they can do 3,500 each month, if they are 4 months, that's a good funding for them. So they don't have a problem of money. They go every year once for a practice, and they have almost $14,000. So it's $14,000. That's a good money for to study the other 2 semesters. At ETS, we have a continuous study program also. That means we have 3 semesters from September to December, January to April, and May to August, end of August or mid-August. That means students can go to their internship anytime in the year, and they can come back and study the 2 other semesters. That's really the idea that allow us to go to up to, let's say, 3,000, 4,000 internship a year. And the coaching is done usually by ETS, and for sure from the industry, because they should work with an engineer also in the industry. So that's coaching from both sides. International scope of ETS. So we have a lot of students coming from abroad. So we have almost 600 international students every year coming for short-term exchange, research, stay, or other issues. So that means we have a lot of mobility, and the mobility from outside is bigger from the others, you know, because from ETS we have almost 150 students go abroad each year. That's okay. We have almost 4 times students coming to ETS than students leaving outside. We have students body comprised from more than 65 different nationalities. And we have over than 3,000 international students at the 3 degrees level. And as I said here, almost half of the graduate students are coming from abroad. So we have 55% exactly from other countries. That's a lot of people coming from outside for mainly master and PhD. And we have for sure agreements, collaboration agreements with many universities. And we have over 100 of educational institutions in 30 countries with collaboration agreement. For sure, our first partner is France. I guess I have a slide here. This is a little bit old, but it gives you an idea. So France almost, let's say 90% almost of the collaborations. That's normal, you know, because we are French-speaking university and we have some specific programs for between the government of Quebec and the French government. And we have other countries, you know, for sure here we have the French-speaking countries, but we can find also mainly this for English-speaking can be for master and PhD. We have from Iran from China. This is the top 10 here, but we have other for sure. Research and innovation at ETS, as I mentioned, we have really a close collaboration with industry, and 60% of this fund are carried out with collaboration of them. So let's say we have around this amount, can be a bit higher now. These numbers are from 2019, I guess, or 18. So, but let's say this percentage is always maintained. We have more than 1,000 of research publication every year at ETS. And as mentioned, more than 50 research chairs, units, institute, and group. So ETS it's really from the beginning, and I don't know if you observed in the beginning, ETS University for Industry. So that's really, this partnership is very important for us. And it comes in different programs, different collaboration, different research development. I will mention some more details a little bit later. So here just an example of the research chair. We have the different research chairs. So in different areas can be done. And here down the answer, this is national research funding from Canada, and we have a lot of these also research chairs. Here another example from industry. This is industrial chair. For example, industry can come and give also some chairs for research chairs, and ETS also developed some other research chairs. So to support all the research development in the institution. So here also, because we want to talk a little bit here about research and innovation, so I presented the first part on the research. For the innovation, as you see here, we have a big picture about the location of ETS in the heart of the city. And this is the Saint Laurent River here. And the city is a little bit here. Well, the north is down here. This is the south here, according to this picture. So what we did for the ecosystem, innovation ecosystem in downtown, we did a lot of things. First, we have a Center for Entrepreneurship. And this is really a great opportunity for students with technologies, for professors with also new technologies. So all these technologies can be developed in Centec. And Centec is known for among the 20 best accelerators in the world by UBI Global. So this is really important center, and not only for students from ETS, can be from McGill, can be from Concordia University. So this is really very, very important part to support the entrepreneurship here in Quebec province. And as you can see, entrepreneurs hailing from 11 countries and 26 universities. And they are organized in a very nice way. So you have the first step for the accelerators. That's really very short, 12 weeks. And after, if you pass this step, they will go to the next step for the propulsion. This is 2 years, okay, support. And the last for collision year, open innovation cell for major companies. And how they are organized? They are organized both support from industry. So you have, let's say, tutor or mentor coming from industry, and you have also a person from the technical side to support the student. And you have here a little bit the ecosystem of the innovation used at Centec: launch business, develop entrepreneurship, and create breakthrough technologies. Okay, I will go fast. I mentioned also the tight relation between ETS and the industry. And this building here, INGO building, that's an INGO Innovation Center, ETS just give space to industry. This is really many industries, there's 7 floors here of building and full with industry, and the condition only to work with the ETS professors to develop new technologies. Donc, for the companies here, so every company should invite some professor to develop with them some technological development. And for example, the first fab lab in the area in Quebec here is open in this center, in this building in England. So we have many, I don't have exactly the number here of the companies inside, but we can find a lot. And even we can find some research chair sharing the space with these companies. So the research chair can be inside this building. And this is really very, very interesting communication between, and very close. This is just in front of the main building. Just this is the street. The main building is this in this area here in front. So that means we walk 2-3 minutes and we are inside this building. And this is really a partnership with the professors and the industry. We have also what we call quartier d'innovation or district of innovation. And this is the objective here to create a little bit mixed with industrial, education, research, urban, and social and cultural. That means to transfer also the technology not only to industry, but to the community also. And this idea started in 2013, and it was at the beginning with ETS and McGill together, and then Concordia and UQAM joined the university members. And really here, the idea is to give the community, let's say, some outcome from the technology. So we can find some project developed around where we can find a little bit some technological development around the university and in the area. This is really a good idea, and the community appreciate a lot the outcome of the discrete of innovation. Another important thing, and really this is very, very specific for ETS here, since our students are very handy, with technical profile at the beginning, we have almost 30 clubs, technical clubs. And what I mean technical clubs, every club can take a project and develop the project completely and then go to competition. And we have more than 1,500 students involved in the students club. This is a big number of students. And believe me, the students working in these clubs are bright students, the best quality of students. Since they have to work on projects starting from nothing, and they go to competitions, and I guess here some results. You know, this is a little bit odd because I didn't find the new one. But you know, for example, for the Baja project this is off-road vehicle. They were in the first place out of 92 countries in California, and here 108 countries first place in Illinois competition. The same, we have steel bridges, quite eco-friendly snowmobile. You know, for the winter countries, you know, the snowmobile is very good, and this really also a good project. So as I show, we have many of these projects. I will show you maybe a video later on this. If I have time, we can go for a small video about these clubs of students. And for sure, for the student housing, we have a lot of room. You have more than 100,000 rooms for students. And we have 4 buildings for the residents. So that's mean almost all the foreign students coming to Montreal, to ETS, can find a room in the residence. And that's since they have the internship outside, can be outside of Montreal. So that really the lease cancellation policy is very easy to support the mobility of the student if they have to go outside for internship. So that's a big support for the students, and the engagement for in STEM, that's science, technology, engineering, and math. For science, technology, engineering, and math for women. So we have a lot of activities also. Girls who code, women in science, scholarship program for female engineering. And you can see also that support is coming from industry or institution around us. Even Google gives mentoring and coaching les ingénieuses, that's the female or women in engineering. So that's Google Canada. Professor Giannis, I have 5 or 10 minutes more, or that's enough? Let me, if I guess I have until 9:40, so I have 9 minutes. I will go for a show to show you a little bit, to visit online, let's say live visit to the some parts of ETS. Okay, so let's, here this was used for the open house last November, so I'm using this good way to show you a little bit. So if we want to visit the campus here, let's go. We can visit every space in the university, departments. So we have construction engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical, and so on. Let's go to visit electrical engineering department. So So we can visit the department here. So we can go manually. Okay, let's say here we have a lab, research lab. Let's do it automatically for a few seconds. So you can see here, this is a lab in photonics and telecommunication and materials. If you continue a little bit, we are walking inside the department here. Really, you are in virtual visit. And we will show you some labs here. We can stop and see manually what's going, but let's continue a little bit. It's faster. See here we have for avionics and embedded systems, flight simulators. This is also for are used in research and in teaching. And go a little bit here. We have a clean room. I don't know if you can see. We'll go inside a little bit. Yeah, we'll go inside the clean room. And here we have a group on microelectronic doing a lot of research in developing microelectronic chips for industry also. And this is a specific technology and all the facilities to do the research and the development. Even industry can rent, if they have some idea, can rent the facilities to develop their projects. Okay, so we are working in the department here, and we have so many laboratories can be done. I will stop this, and I will show you another for the clubs of students here. And really, this is an interesting part of ETS. We have a lot of this project here. Let's say that's for formula. We have also another project on submarines. Let's go in an automatic way. That's really interesting to show you what is done by the students. And you will see here, we have almost one floor just dedicated to the facilities for the club students, like many industries inside one. And all this, you know, the student can do even the molding. Every club of students is an enterprise, is an industry inside the university. And ETS spent a lot of efforts, money, people, and energy to really support the student when they go for the competition. And that's why they can win a lot of prizes during these competitions. I will go to the Bacha to show you that. You can see here a little bit the organization, a little bit. Really, that's the shop, you know, and students work. If every group of students work in these facilities to do their development and testing and everything. I don't know if you know RoboCup, for example. This club of students is participating in the Now Robot Working Soccer. So this is a facility for this club for the development. Thus, really here, this is the testing arena if you want to do their for example, here, if we can see, this is the Bacha project. Let's come to what's happening. And you can see here all the facilities for this project. And this Bacha was initially, I guess, and the formula formula also was before on conventional energy, but now is electrical. All these cars are electrical based now vehicles. So if you can see all these vehicles, I want just to skip something and go to just to show you a little bit. Let me see, maybe we are inside, yeah. Because I want to show you just all the infrastructure, the facilities they need to do the fabrication. Yeah, we are inside. You can see all this stuff of the CNC machines, all the facilities. You have also electrical facilities are specific for students working in the clubs. So you can see to do a professional prototype, you need really a high advanced technology and for the clubs. And I will leave you later this link so you can really go and see the full presentation. So just to stop this presentation, I will go back to my slide. This is the last slide, actually. Thank you very much. I guess we are on time. Thank you. And if you have any question, please don't hesitate. Any question?
Thank you very much. Do you hear me?
Yes, Mr. Rodriguez.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we, for the first semester, our last semester, we can do an internship or a master thesis.
Yes.
I think we can do it also with you in ETS.
Yes.
So just to know about the process, like we are right now finishing our first semester, but when should we start applying? Who should we contact, or how is the process? Just not to lose it, this opportunity.
Yeah, actually, as I mentioned, we have 2 students will come, I guess. Mr. Yuchan are here or no? I don't know. I can't see him. And Mr.
Just
Mohit.
here we have the first year master student.
Yeah. Okay. So the process, I gave you a committee. You have a selection committee, and the selection committee will select the students which university go. They ask us before to present a project, and what we did as a first stage. I guess this project was published or given to the students, and then it is, I guess, if the student selected by this committee, there is no problem. What we are now at ETS in the admission phase for these students. So they should receive an admission letter to go to Canadian Embassy for the visa. Maybe something I see Professor Stefano also here. Actually, if we come for less than 4 months, actually 120 days for the immigration, we don't need a work permit. And the work permit, that's really very, very long process. It may take a lot of time. So what they suggest to us in the international office, if we go just below 120 days, like 119 days, this work permit is not needed. So just a kind of tourist visa. And this is faster in general, very fast compared to the work permit process. So that's easy. We present a project, we propose a project, and the selection committee will select the interested students. And once we know who are the selected students, well, we give this admission letter and or invitation letter to get the visa. And that's all.
Wonderful. this project will be presented like in the webpage of ET of your school, or will you give it to us, or how can I check which kind of project you have?
Maybe next semester we will see. This project, the first project, was presented for the first year, last year, I guess. So for the coming year, I guess Professor Ganis maybe, or Professor
Yes.
Hamida
Yes.
can help us in this issue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Next year we will present this offshore. We will prepare it and present it to you.
Yeah, we may propose
students.
another projects. You know, we don't need to propose that same project exactly.
Yeah, of course.
We can propose other projects. That's my pleasure, really, to participate.
Yeah, of course, because next year you will be on the second year of the master. So yeah, till the end of this year, you will start maybe on November, December. Yeah, start to see what are the offers for internships, for master thesis, because there is a little bit difference between both, and we can at this moment discuss and share with you the different offers that we have on the consortium.
Thank you very much, Maruf.
You're very welcome. Okay, other question? I'm ready.
Yes, sir, this is Abid Hassan.
Yes.
Sir, as you said, a selection body from your university will select the appropriate students for the internship. If may I can ask, what is the selection criteria
well, the selection committee is not at ETS, is at E-PiCo with Professor Ganis. He has his committee. Actually, honestly, I don't know how the process is done.
Oh, okay.
We receive only the, let's say, the selected student for us.
Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the selection is done a bit for your information. Mm-hmm. The selection for this type of subject, internship or master thesis, are done during a committee of the consortium. Okay,
sir.
And the consortium is composed, of course, of fourth academic partners, and also the associate academic partners, and also we can invite some industrials.
Okay, understood. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, another question about ETS, about Montreal, about the snow, about the cold.
Yeah, so don't hesitate to ask them. It's time to ask them, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, also you have my email. If you have any question later coming to your mind and you want to have some information, don't hesitate. Professor Ganis has my email, Professor Stefano also. So any question, any information, it will be my pleasure to answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor Maruf.
That's my pleasure.
Okay, so if you don't have further questions, all is okay for you, students? No further questions?
Okay. Yes or no for now.
Okay. You are saying just yes, but not for question.
Oh, yeah, I said yes, not for now.
Okay.
Yes.
Not for now. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you again, Professor Maruf, for this nice talk about your institution. A lot of interesting things. And this virtual visit was very, very interesting.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, if you need, you have the link. I guess you saw the link. You can go and visit also all the parts in ETS. This is really during the pandemic now. This is a way to do our
Exactly.
our open door. So
Exactly. Yeah.
this is too
Very good.
okay. Thank you for all for listening, for being with us this morning, and thank you, Professor Ganes, for inviting me for this meeting.
Yeah. Thank you for you. Thank you very much.
Okay, that's a pleasure. Okay.
So
See you again.